experience and intellectual property that we're bringing to the table. So when you sit to talk to one of us, you're not talking to somebody who's maybe worked with one or two franchise systems. I mean, we pretty well have a pretty good feel of what might work and what might not work. And if you're requiring something and you want to do something, we'll put you in touch with one of the existing clients and say, well, speak to this person here or these people. They've just been through what you're contemplating doing. They might even help you, educate you a little bit quicker than normal, and they might even steer you in the right direction because they've just bought it or just been down that road. So your learning curve is reduced. So the network around us and the expertise is quite amazing and phenomenal. Franchise Central, where our team will continue to develop. I guess we never want to be one of your big corporate organisations where we're at that top end of the market where we only deal with the big CEOs and the big corporates only. We get a lot of enjoyment in dealing with the grassroots, with the small to medium businesses who have got the vision, got the passion, got the drive to want to do things and go places. So, and that motivates us, motivates them, and we have a lot of fun along the way. I said there'll be other expertise that will come to the table. I get a big buzz out of cutting new ground, creating something new, being ahead of the pack always, bringing something to our clients that other people just haven't even thought about doing yet, and that's a lot of fun for us. A lot of people who are contemplating franchising their businesses, sometimes it's very daunting because it is very much a niche market, very much a specialised market. Not only in Australia but all over the world. It's a unique way of expanding and developing a business. It is regulated in a lot of ways, which we're pleased about that, and I guess we've encouraged that because it knocks out the rogue franchisors out of the market, hopefully. There are always going to be some people out there who don't do the right thing by other people. But you always got to remember when you go into a franchise, not only when you're marketing a franchise business to expand it or own one, you're not just selling a business, or you're not just selling a product that you're not going to have to follow up with or guarantee or do anything like that. Franchising brings people together, and it's almost like a marriage, really. You're stuck with each other. You've made a decision to be with each other, and once you've bought off each other or dealt with each other, it's an ongoing relationship. So you've got to do the right thing by people, because you don't want to have the headaches tomorrow that when you should be contemplating where we're going to take this business to the next level. Do we go to a new market? Do we further steer this business or franchise to develop that further? Or are we putting out fires that we shouldn't have started a year or 2 years ago? I always advise the clients strongly, if they're not the right people, if it's not right, let's not do it. You don't have to rush into things, and you don't have to do things that you don't have to do. You know? If we do it properly, take our time, it will all automatically happen. But it's amazing though that how a lot of people think, oh, franchising, if I can have 3 or 5 or 10 franchises from now, or in a few years, I'd be really wrapped, I'd be stoked, it'd be fantastic. But the reality of the matter is, once the machine starts, first couple of years we bed things down, we get you out there, we get a few stores or territories happening, we get the business happening, and you'll be surprised how quickly it grows. But then once the second year kicks in, it just goes exponential. It's full steam ahead, and you can deal with it, and you'll have a lot of fun along the way because you won't be doing it on your own. You'll have all the right experts around you, your infrastructure will be right around you, you've had 2 years to develop and grow and see how it happens, and all of a sudden it's not just you're growing in one state, all of a sudden you're growing in multiple states at the same time, and you've got a dozen great professionals or organisations around you that all have their bit to do to make it all happen, not only for your business but for the franchisee, to make their transition into business life more successful and with less risk. Our proven track record is that we've dealt with so many clients over the years, small and large, and they've come to the table to us either for us to help them with everything to do with franchising, or they might come to us with just a recruitment role. Come in and help us recruit franchisees, or we want you just to develop our franchise system for us, and then we're going to have a crack at doing it ourselves. Or we need somebody to advise us, we have some issues, or we need a mediator in there, or we need someone to come in and help with training of the franchisees to take them to another level, to make them better business operators. Fundamentally, a lot of these things should be designed and developed from the beginning of developing the business into a franchise system. a lot of people don't design or put the appropriate systems in place when they put their franchise model together to allow for things that you're going to have to use and incorporate a year, 5 years, 10 years from now. I mean, we can all crystal ball up to a certain level or a period of time down the track, but I mean, there are franchise systems that come to us after they've been out there for 2 or 3 years and they've got major issues and problems. They can't go to the next level, they can't do this simply because their legal documentation, their franchise system design and setup wasn't designed by a niche professional franchise consulting group. They've gone and done a piecemeal job. They've either done a bit of it themselves, or they've done something stupid and copied something from somebody else, or they've gone to a lawyer who's not really a franchise specialist, or they've gone to a one-man consultant who's probably failed as an employee elsewhere and now has put a shingle up saying he's a consultant, and offering advice because he's worked in one franchise system or maybe 2 or 3. And all of a sudden he's an expert for the world, and you're entrusting your business, your livelihood, your family's livelihood, and other people's livelihoods who buy into the story that he might put together for you. And then you have a major disaster, 2, 3, 5 years down the track. It's sad, you feel for those people, but it's not the right thing to do. If a client's really fallen off, if that carriage is falling off the rails basically, they'll come to us and they'll have issues. And in fact, we've picked up a major national client today, this morning, confirmed that they're going to use our services to help them get them back on track. They went to one of those big corporate consulting groups where they put a package together, and it was basically just the wrong package. Franchise Central, we really pride ourselves in bringing the best together. We encourage you to take advantage of our free franchise feasibility that we offer business owners who are contemplating or may think that franchising is an option for them. Give us a call. It's worth $900. You get it for free. It's a good introductory for us to meet you, you to meet us, and see if we all get to go any further from that. But at least you'll get a good idea of whether your business is franchisable, and if it's not, at least you know. And if it is, we'll even give you some idea of what could be a possible model for you to use, and what expansion you can expect and returns over the next 2, 4 and 7 years. Hope to hear from you.